Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 27th August 2026. India and China are exploring new frameworks for business exchanges and investments. Beijing may unveil an investment package for India during President Xi Jinping's visit. This includes a special economic zone with easier sea route access. Efforts are underway to ease approval processes for Chinese investments in non-strategic sectors. Both nations aim to improve overall ties and manage differences after a freeze. The rupee's depreciation and strict valuation rules hinder foreign income disclosure. A one-time voluntary disclosure window allows regularization of overseas assets up to 1 crore. However, many exceed this limit due to currency conversion dates and asset values. Taxpayers explore updated returns and disclosure schemes, risking misinterpretation claims. Clarification on valuation rules is needed for borderline cases and falling value assets. JSW MG Motor India will invest Rs 6,000 crore for plant expansion and operations. The Halol plant capacity will double to 2.20 lakh units by January 2028. Discussions continue regarding JSW Group's potential acquisition of an additional stake. The company aims for 35 to 40% annual volume growth in coming years. MG Motor India is commissioning cell-to-pack assembly lines for battery storage. The government has clarified that there is currently no automatic data sharing mechanism between the Ministry of Corporate Affairs or MCA and the Reserve Bank of India or RBI for foreign company registrations. In a frequently asked questions or FAQ document on registration of foreign companies and subsidiaries of foreign bodies corporate, the MCA said that documentation requirements of the two regulators differ and the RBI approval does not by itself replace a separate MCA filing and documentation requirements. The clarification comes in the backdrop of foreign companies having to comply with requirements under both the Companies Act and foreign exchange regulations. The ministry said the National Single Window System or NSWS can help foreign companies find out which approvals they need, but it does not replace MCA filings or approvals from sectoral regulators. Foreign companies must still file FC1 along with required regulatory approvals, including those from the RBI under FEMA. The Reserve Bank of India or RBI may tighten liquidity by imposing an incremental cash reserve ratio or ICRR, requiring banks to park a larger share of fresh deposits with the central bank before restoring to a repo rate hike to make monetary transmission more effective in a tighter interest rate regime. The possibility of a policy repo rate hike has increased following the release of the Monetary Policy Committee's or MPC's minutes, which were seen as hawkish. Economists now see October as a possibility against earlier expectations of a rate action in the next financial year. The case for an incremental CRR comes amid rising surplus liquidity in the banking system. Core or durable liquidity is expected to increase further as government spending picks up ahead of the festive season. TILT Capital, the Nudge Foundation's Impact First investment platform, has unveiled its first Rs 250 crore venture fund to back early-stage businesses serving India's next billion. TILT has been created to address a critical gap in India's entrepreneurial ecosystem, the limited availability of patient, impact-first capital for ventures during their formative stages. The fund will primarily invest from seed to Series A with check sizes ranging from Rs 2 crore to Rs 16 crore. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.